Tom?
Take a picture of coaches. Yeah, that'll be the quickest thing.
I'll give the coaches a minute.
There we go.
We just have to put our hand over our heart. Shh.
Okay, today's starting lineup for the Eunice Cardinals. On first base, we have Marcus Cicero. On second base, we have Zeke Fitton. On shortstop, we have Chance Tucker. Third base, Jorge Ontiveros. We have right field, Sean Stinson.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
And left field, Adon
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
And pitching is Conacher Pierce.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, microphone, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
I hear loud and clear over here, sir. Testing 1, 2, 3 on my part. 1, 2, 3.
Test. Trying to get our mics set up and getting ready to get started here. Running just a couple of minutes behind, but we are getting ready to get started here.
On this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
It is a nice one, that is for sure.
Nice time to be home sleeping and do some yard work. Huh? My neighbors would appreciate that.
Trying to see who all we've got where today. Let me
Take a
pause
break.
here just a second, and we'll see how the sound sounds.
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Eunice, New Mexico. Here is the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Ruidoso Warriors. Running just a few minutes behind, but we're getting ready to get started here. This is the first batter of the day for Ruidoso, Ethan Girth. He is facing Conager Pierce, who's on the mound for the Cardinals. That first pitch appears to be just a little out inside, so ball one.
Barely misses the strike zone there.
Yes, sir. So I'm still finishing up all my notes and whatnot here, and that's another pitch right in that same spot. Just, I mean, inches inside.
The blue don't like that spot right now. It's too early
Yep.
to call it, correct?
Yeah, gonna have to move it over just a bit if we're
Just
gonna
a
get
smidge,
any of these. And that is in the exact same spot again.
He kind of missed that one quite a bit more than he did the other ones.
Yeah.
So it's 0-3 here on this batter. Or 3-0, I apologize. Conacher winds up, throws a little bit high, but he calls that a strike. So we're figuring out the strike zone for the blue. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike on the Ruidoso batter. Conacher winds up, throws it in. He's going to swing. He's going to do a check swing. He bounces it off. It's going to be a foul ball. Brings it to a full count here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Once again at the Eunice Cardinal Stadium.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful. That's how far we are behind.
I'm telling you. So Conacher winds up on the full count here. He throws the ball and delivers a breaking curveball, but barely misses on the inside corner. So the first batter for the Ruidoso baseball team gets a walk. So up the bat, we got number 12, Cooper, for the Ruidoso. What are they, Wildcats?
Warriors.
Warriors. So Ruidoso has a runner on first base.
Oh man.
Number 12 steps in the batter's box. Pierce looks over towards him. Looks over towards first base again. Winds up. Throws towards home. Calls a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there.
I'll catch up with you here in just a second.
You're fine, sir. You're fine.
Trying to get all my little notes in line.
Get everything situated. You can't believe we're busy on a Saturday afternoon. I imagine that. So Conacher winds up again. Looks over towards first. Throws it inside. Bit high. So it's 1-1 out of the count on number 12 for the Ruidoso Warriors. Came all the way down here and playing this beautiful weather, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful place up there, but probably isn't much prettier up there today than it is down here. 'Cause
Yep.
it is looking nice here in
As Conacher throws
Cardinal
over to
field.
first base. Keep that runner decent. Or honest, I guess. So the count is 1-1. No outs here in the first inning. Top of the first inning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Conacher winds up, throws it in. Batter swings towards a little dribbler towards third base, or Tiveros gets it, throws it over to first. But the runner advances to second. And baseball says that batter did a good job.
Yep.
Up the bat is Logan for the Ruidoso Warriors, number 10.
So that'll be 1 out here on Ruidoso. Once again, Conacher Pierce on the mound for the Cardinals.
Looks towards the dugout, gets the call. Points in, gets on the mound. Looks over again, gets back on the mound. Out of the stretch here with the runner on second for the Warriors. Winds up, throws a nice, beautiful breaking ball. Called a strike. That look pretty from here. Man, it is quiet, huh?
So far it is.
Because you ain't talking or I ain't talking. Conacher throws it again. The batter swings and fouls it off. So the count is 0 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here. Conacher on the mound.
Yeah, I usually show up early enough to do all this work here before, but I didn't today because I was in meetings. So now I'm trying to finish up all my little pregame notes. We'll discuss those
Oh,
in between innings.
we got 2 hours to do that.
Yes.
So there's a timeout call on the field. Coach runs out there, talks to the catcher. The catcher's name is Gio Chacon tonight. Be catcher for the Eunice Cardinals. Marcus is on first. Chance is on. No, who's on second?
Benton, I believe I heard him say earlier.
Oh, he's back on the field. He missed a couple games, being hurt. Chance on short. As a hat flies off of Conacher's head, makes it all the way to. With the bat. Good clean.
Yeah.
Keep the hat on. But he gets back on the mound. Looks for the sign. Winds up. Throws it in. Way outside, and the batter swings and misses, but that was strike 3, and he runs all the way to first base because the catcher misses the ball, and the base was not occupied for him to get on there.
Now to bat, number 3, Aiden.
Now the bat for the Ruidoso Warriors is Aiden, number 3. So the Warriors have runners on the corners with 1 out here. They're threatening early in the game here. Number 3, Aiden gets in there to bat in the batter's box. Looks around. Conagher winds up. Throws it in. Beautiful breaking ball. Called strike 1. He likes going to that pitch right there. It's a beautiful breaking ball. Conagher looks towards first. Back to the dugout. Chacon is still standing up high. He gets down in the catcher's position, wait for the call. Conagher winds up. Throws it over towards first. Nice stop by Marcus. He was throwing kind of high, so wasn't able to put a tag on it. But the runner gets back safely to first. Do you think they're going to steal, Mr. Jones?
You know, I would guess it's coming at some point, yes.
I'll lay a nice sweep on here towards first. Let that kid advance a second. Make Eunice think a little bit. So Aiden sits in the batter's box for the Ruidoso Warriors.
He's going. No, he didn't go.
Conagher throws a nice strike right there. So the count is 0-2 on Aiden from Ruidoso. Looks over towards his base coach. Coach gives a couple of bumps on the shoulder, across the chest. I don't know what that means, but we're going to figure it out eventually. Conagher winds up on the mound. Throws it in. Throws it behind the batter. The batter from third is coming home.
Oh,
The ball is overthrown. Conagher's the ball makes it all the way out towards second base, but Marcus cuts it off. And runner comes home on a pass ball, and the runner advances to second on a pass ball. The count is 0-2. I mean 1-2 now, with 1 out. And the Eunice coach calls a timeout, walking very gently and slowly towards the umpire over here. Man, if we be real quiet, we could probably hear the conversation. So that being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors. We give a shout out to Park Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you for being our proud sponsors of today's afternoon baseball game, the Eunice Cardinals against the Ruidoso Warriors. So we're back in action here. Warriors got a runner on second. They score first tonight, or today, and Aiden's in there to batting. The count is 1-2 to this young man with 1 out. Conagher winds up, throws it in. Beautiful breaking ball, but barely misses the inside corner on here, so it's going to be 2-2 now. Kid is working that count. And that wind is blowing from the south to the, northwest maybe?
mm-hmm.
Looking at that flag.
Yeah, that looks kind of northwest.
It's a good spot for you. Good batter.
Yeah.
Aiden fouls it back here. So it keeps the count alive. So it's 2-2 on this young man for the Ruidoso Warriors.
You know, Ruidoso comes into this game with a record. I saw it earlier here, I believe of 6-5. Yeah, they're 6-5 on the season.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So Conagher delivers the pitch. It's way outside. Breaking ball did not break like he needed, so the count is a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes with the runner on second for the Ruidoso Warriors.
Ruidoso with wins this season over Clovis, Lovington, Hatch, Tularosa, and a win over Las Vegas Robertson. All except Tularosa big schools. Ooh, there's a drive.
Aiden hits it towards center field. Micah Tippett backs up, fighting the sun. He makes a nice, beautiful catch. The runner on second pretended to tag up, but he went back to second base. He didn't realize our center fielder has a gun on him.
Yep.
That's 2 out here. Top of the first for the Eunice Cardinals.
Up to bat now, number 4, Sebastian.
The Warriors. Lord.
Number 4, the right-hander.
So I guess Aiden's going to be the pitcher or the catcher for the Ruidoso because we have a courtesy runner going out there, number 1. He looks short and speedy. So we better watch out for him.
Number 1, and I don't. Let me see if I have a number 1. That's Josie Ramos.
And Josie Ramos on second base. Pinch runner. Pierce winds up, throws it a bit inside. We've figured out so far the umpire does not like the inside pitch. So that is one. One of the faithful fans says, no, he does not. So it's 1-0. Conacher winds up, throws the pitch in. Bit low, but he hits it over towards right field, and it's a foul ball. If that ball would have got down, that would have been a double easy. Another run would have scored.
You know, I noticed everybody's using the wood bat still. I thought they had passed that and changed it. Is that not going to affect till next year?
Correct.
Next year, okay.
Next year, so everybody be hitting bombs next year, huh?
Yep.
So that's a 1-1 on here on the batter. Conacher winds up, throws a nice curve.
Ooh,
You
a
break
broken
it back. Hit back straight towards the pitcher. Pitcher makes a field. Good job, fields it towards first base. As the player running to first, threw the helmet down. Well,
That piece of that bat came up and hit him. He broke the bat. One piece flew left, one piece flew toward the pitcher, and one piece landed right in the baseline as he was running and popped up and hit him.
that's probably why I was upset.
Yeah,
Or that, it's a brand new bat. $200 bat went down the drain there.
yeah.
So they left the runner on second, scored a run here in the first, top of the first, for the Ruidoso Warriors.
Yeah, I want to make sure we shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oilfield, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. Want to make sure we thank all those folks. We greatly appreciate you, and without you, we could not do what we do. So we definitely thank you.
And yes, I enjoying a beautiful game on Saturday afternoon, second day of April. Especially here in Eunice in this beautiful field that we have.
You know, I shout out to Leanne Reeves. She had sent me a message during the week asking me to make sure that I brought up the fact that her mom watches all of our broadcasts and greatly appreciates our broadcast. So we want to shout out to Miss Lord. She also stated that she wanted, she said, and her quote here is, it says, "I don't remember since I was about 5 years old at the time, but in May of 1975, my brother Mike Lord pitched 9 innings as a junior and won the state championship. The coach at that time was Steve Jones." And, you know, shout out to Mike Lord and state championship season, Steve Jones as well. So
Most definitely, man.
thank you folks for listening. Miss Reeves is instrumental in the work that goes down at the Eunice Health Clinic, and they're one of our great sponsors. So we appreciate you guys very much, and thank you for that information. I love information like that. I love sharing information. I like to relay that history. The you know, the one thing that I have mentioned for years up here, whether it be as a coach or whether it be up here announcing, is I think we do an extremely poor job as a community of Eunice in recognizing those past people that we had that have done some great things. So there's just nowhere in town to find that information, you know, unless you knew it.
You don't, yeah.
And as some of those older folks start to pass away in town, people don't know what happened. So
And Eunice has a rich tradition in football, baseball, and basketball. If you
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
search for it.
yeah. Micah Tippett will be up to bat first, the senior, and he's the lefty in the left-handed batter's box.
And one of the few left-handers we have.
Yep.
The ball is thrown in. I believe he called that a ball. He sure did.
The pitcher for this Ruidoso team is Logan Sandoval, so he is pitching here.
Once again, it's an inside pitch, and the umpire does not like the inside pitch on the right-hand side or the left-hand side.
So Tippett with a 2-0 count.
See what he does here. Sit back and hit the ball now. Oh, he listened to me. Hits it toward left field. It goes out of bounds. I mean, foul ball. So that's strike one on Micah Tippett. We got Jorge on deck and Chance Tucker in the hole. I believe that's how you say it.
I believe that's correct.
And I just got a message that my message did not go through. Micah
Oh,
Tippett
there's
swings that good shot towards second base. Second base bobbles it. Micah runs all the way down, and he's barely out by 2 steps. So it's going to be out number 1 for the Eunice Cardinals.
Now up to bat, the Eunice Cardinals, number 24, Jorge.
Up to bat for the Eunice Cardinals is Jorge Ontiveros, number 24, I said.
He always
He's
says
playing
he's
third
number
base.
1 in our hearts. So
Number
number
one in your
24
hearts,
on
huh?
the field, number 1 in our hearts, Jorge the senior.
The senior, I think the whole team starting tonight is seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, huh?
Yeah.
They're senior strong. So he gets up in there, waiting for the pitch, rocking them hands back and forth. The pitcher delivers the ball kind of low. Good stop there by the catcher. So that's going to be ball 1 on Ontiveros. The wind's kind of dying down. Ontiveros swings through, fouls it off to the left-hand side. So that's strike number 1. Count is 1-1 with 1 out. Bottom of the first.
They had an April Fool's prank going around yesterday.
Did you
There
see
was
it?
a picture of the new Eunice Cardinal baseball stadium that was enclosed in a dome type thing. Said we were going to be the first team playing indoors here in New Mexico.
In the state of New Mexico.
Yeah.
The strike was called on Untitled here, a little low, so it's 2 strikes, 1 ball. That sure would be sweet, wouldn't it?
Oh, man.
Could you imagine trying to feel that white ball with that white ceiling?
Oh,
So Jorge hits a blooper towards third base. Third base was playing back, chases the ball and doesn't even attempt to throw it to first. So Jorge starts it off the game here with the single.
you know, the pitcher on that play tried to step off the mound real quick, and he actually tripped over part of the rubber there and almost looked like he might
his
have
ankle?
hurt something. Yeah.
So we got a chance here at the bat. We got Zeke and Nick on deck and Stinson in the hole. I can barely read them right anyway. So we got a runner on first for the Cardinals.
So you got Tucker, Pierce, and Benton.
Oh, Tucker swings right through that ball, brings it right back to the batter's box up here. Nice, good hit in there. This kid has been a magnet the last couple of games with the ball. He's been getting hit almost every time he comes
Really?
up to the box.
Yeah, and I have missed the last couple of games.
You've missed some good ones, man. In Portales, man, that was a good game up in Portales. And
You
we're
know,
up there and won.
It looks like our lineup is adjusted and changed a little bit over the last couple of games that I've been away as well.
Yeah, the second baseman's playing tonight. What's his name? Zeke.
Stinson, Benton.
Yes, Benton. He got hit there in Portales pretty good on his ankle, so he missed a game or two. So we had a couple of juniors step in and take care of that role. But right now he's back on the field. We got Aldan out there playing left field.
Mm-hmm.
So Tucker swings to the bat towards shortstop. Shortstop comes into a right spot. He's safe at. Oh, they call him out on second, but he looks safe from here. But that's
Number 13, Conacher.
out number 2. So up the bat we got Connor Pierce, our pitcher for tonight. Zeke Benton on deck Zeke Benton on deck. Sean Stinson in the hole.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Chance Tucker just got out on the fielder's choice. So you got Conacher Pierce up to bat. Zeke Benton on deck. Sean Stinson in the hole.
Awesome blossom. Connor gets up there, nice, cool, calm, and collective. Oh, they almost got him there at first. They caught him leaning towards second. Nice pickoff move by the pitcher for the Warriors. Our runner did not expect that. Tucker did not expect that as he was leaning towards second. So he gets another good lead there on first. The little ball towards the pitcher. Catcher does a good job picking it up off the ground. Throws it over towards second, but he was a day and $1 short, right?
Yeah, definitely a little late. Definitely doesn't have that arm that like Conacher Pierce has
Oh.
behind that plate when he catches those balls like that.
So pitcher Ruidoso throws it in. That's another ball. So count is 2-0 on here on Conacher.
For those of you watching at home, the app runs the balls and strikes and the scores on our page, and it's not letting me in. It keeps telling me my password is incorrect.
So Conacher swung right through that pitch. He missed it completely. So the count is 2-1 with 2 out here with the runner on second. Eunice Cardinals are threatening here as well.
This next pitch is brought to you by Parker Energy Services. And it's driven foul.
On
If
the
you've got
right-hand
something
side.
that goes afoul and you need some help out on location, call Parker Energy Services.
That's
They'll help
perfect,
you
man.
out.
That's perfect
right.
timing, man. It looks like you've done this before, huh?
It's a couple times.
So the pitcher leans in. It's 2-2-2 on the board. 2 strikes, 2 balls, and 2 outs. Throws it in, and Conacher goes down on strikes. And that brings his inning to a close, leaving one stranded. So,
Yeah, at the end of the first, Ruidoso in the lead, 1-0. Shout out to our sponsors, Redbird Gas, Zia Auto Shop, the City of Eunice, Herrera's Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Services and Rental, Parker Energy Services. Thank you guys. We couldn't do it without you. We appreciate you and all that you do. Once again, just a little bit about this Ruidoso team. Ruidoso comes into this game with a record of 6-5. What's more impressive to me is in those wins. They've got wins over Clovis, Lovington, Hatch, Las Vegas Robertson, Tularosa. I mean, they've got some wins over some really large schools, some big programs. Eunice comes into this game with a record of 7-0. So they've had a heck of a season so far. and still plugging along.
Yes, sir. And by the looks of it, they have a sub there for the Eunice Cardinals on second base. Looks like Jonathan Caballero came into the game, and Zeke Bitten is back out. I wonder if his ankle's hurting him again. Because when they hit him in Portales, he got hit hard. He went down, and he didn't go back in the game.
Leg and ankle. It was like a major fracture, if I recall correctly, and he set out for almost a year of sports, and so yeah, I think.
And he did a good job with it because he pitched the if I'm not mistaken, the first game of that doubleheader, and he did a very good job. Actually, they run ruled Portales 12-2.
Yeah.
In the second game, they had a hard time. It was a tight win. But Eunice has played very good here lately, the last couple of games.
Yeah,
So.
it looks like, trying to see, looks like we've definitely got some movement out there.
Yeah, that's the only sub that I see is on second.
So I wonder if they just, let's see, we'll put in here, Benton will change to Caballero.
Now to bat for the Ruidoso Warriors, number 20, Sean.
So up to bat for the Ruidoso Warriors, number 20, Sean steps in on the right-hand side. Conacher fixes his nice, beautiful hair, puts his hat back on.
That's Sean Powers. We'll see if he's got any power here.
As
from the
Conacher winds up,
right-handed
throws it
batters
in.
box.
It's an inside pitch once again, and it's a little bit high. So it's a ball one on Mr. Powers.
Not to be confused with our Powerses that we used to have here in Eunice, America. I think they're back in Arkansas.
They're back in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Well, that's a beautiful state, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Lots of trees.
Conacher winds up, throws it inside, and barely misses Powers. Man, the umpire runs down and gets that foul ball, or the ball hits the backstop, goes and gets it. So,
And as you mentioned earlier, just a beautiful day here in Eunice, America.
very beautiful.
Yeah.
That wind stopped blowing. Look at the flag, just drooping down. Conacher winds up once again, throws it inside and high, so that's ball 3 on Mr. Powers. So I wonder if we can get the green light here, which means swing away, son. How's track going? About to start pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean the older kids really hadn't done much yet, so we'll see this coming week.
So Conacher winds up, throws in a nice strike on the outside corner. So the count is 3-1 here on Powers with no outs. And top of the second.
Mm-hmm.
Conacher winds up again, looks down for the call. Throws it in. Ooh, bit inside. Barely misses Power right on the elbow. So Powers draws a walk. Runs all the way down to first base. And we bring number 2 up for the Rams. Goes by the name of, get this open,
Number 2, Caleb Crawford.
Caleb Crawford. Please, their second baseman tonight.
Yep.
Steps up in there. Powers gets a small lead over there on first base. Crawford swings the bat around. That's a huge bat that young man has.
Yeah, and I'm assuming these must be brothers or maybe even twins. The young man that's up to bat and the young man that's in the
On deck.
on deck circle look just alike.
So that was a strike one call on the first one on number 2. Steps back up in there. The batter's box kind of looks around. Winds up, throws it straight down the bat. There's a bunt. It's squared up for a bunt. Pitcher comes off the mound. Makes a nice throw towards first base. And gets an out.
Now to bat number
Nice, good
5,
job there by the pitcher playing his position, which is Conacher Pierce today. So that's 1 out with the runner advancing the second. So this is number 5. I believe he's left-handed.
Yeah. Yeah, my paperwork shows that last one was Caleb Crawford, and this one is Connor Crawford.
Yeah, I would
Number
agree with
5
you.
and number 2. Last one was a righty. This one's a lefty.
Pretty cool, huh? If they're
Mhm.
twins. Or cousins or brothers. Who knows? Conacher throws a beautiful curveball on the outside corner, and it's called a strike on Mr. Crawford here.
That was a good-looking ball. Had a lot of movement on it.
The Rams. The Warriors have a runner on second. Left-handed batter up there. Swings
Ooh.
right through that second curveball.
Yep.
Strike 2.
That's 2 nice-looking breaking
Yeah,
balls.
the count is 0-2 here on Crawford with 1 out. The other Crawford laid down a beautiful bunt that advanced their runner to second base for their Warriors. Conacher gets up in and throws a little bit high and outside.
It was that same pitch. Just let it get away from him a little bit.
That's the first ball he's thrown towards his batter. Conacher looks down. He knows what he wants to throw. Winds up. Throws in way outside. That would hit your right-handed batter. Throw somebody in there.
Might have to do something with his hat. I got a rubber band out in the car. We could strap that rubber band around his chin and hold that hat on.
I'm just thinking about giving everybody good haircuts, shave their heads bald, and let them hats feel like they're supposed to.
Yeah, they're he's lost that hat.
He's
Probably about
nothing.
every other pitch.
I think every pitcher for the Eunice Cardinals loses their hat quite often.
Ooh.
So the batter hits the ball, a little blooper towards first. Conacher gets the ball, runs it all the way to first base. Wasting that energy, but he ran the ball down all the way to first base. So that makes out number 2.
Yeah,
Conacher's going to take care of all these people.
two ground outs, both to Conacher, here in this first, or top half of the second.
So there's number 6. Did they say the name is Aiden or Hayden?
Hayden Casson.
Hayden Casson. What position is he playing?
I'd have to go back and
No,
look.
you're fine. You're fine. We'll figure that out later. Now he's a catcher. You see the coach picking up all the equipment.
Yeah.
Big 2-4 over there picking everything up. Good job, coach.
I don't know if this Casson's related to the Casson I know that's up from Ruidoso, but there's a Chad Casson that worked with me for many years with the New Mexico State Police that works on the crime scene team and investigative team. And that might be his son.
Here it's a shot towards first base. Nice job by Tucker. Tucker overthrew first base. So the runner's safe at first, and a run comes home for the Ruidoso Warriors. So the score is 2-0. And the Ruidoso guests are winning tonight here. So he'll bring us back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah.
That's going to be Ethan, number 7 up the bat.
Yeah, the score is now 2-0. That sun makes it a little hard to see it. And like I said, we don't have our app running for those of you at home. It keeps telling me my password's wrong, so it's something I'll have to fix at a later time. It's 2-0. Eunice trails the Ruidoso Warriors here in Eunice.
And Ethan's up the bat here with the runner on first with 2 outs. Swing and a miss for Ethan. And they have a pinch runner for the catcher at number 11.
And 11 is Jaden, and I have Carlson. Jaden Carlson.
You like that name, don't you?
Sure. Jaden.
That's
Close to my kiddo's name.
So the count is 2 strikes, 0 balls, and 2 outs here on Ethan. Conacher's going to take care of him, I hope, here. Conacher winds up. Delivers the pitch. Oh, beautiful breaking ball straight down the middle. Broke like when he was supposed to, and he called him to strike out.
So at the end of the top half of the second, it's 2-0. Eunice trails Ruidoso 2-0. I want to shout out to them sponsors. Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker. I know they're over in Lubbock right now. Over there with Chloe and Kiki, they're doing some travel volleyball. They've been playing volleyball about every weekend. I love that volleyball, but I'm about ready for that nonsense to come to a close. But move on to some good sports. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews and crew. The Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma Romero, Aaron, Pascal, Yachty, and all the gang down there. We appreciate you. Thank you for keeping us healthy. The Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, the main man, Rosendo, the myth, the legend, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Miss Hahn, David Gallegos, the senator, and all the staff, Herrera's Oilfield, Carlos Herrera, and the crew, the City of Eunice Auto Shop, and the Whitmire family, and Bart Parker and Red Bird Gas. We greatly appreciate you. Without you, we couldn't make these free broadcasts possible. I didn't realize how lucky and fortunate we were here until this year broadcasting volleyball, where we got up into some of the central parts of the state, and they would not let us broadcast because they said they use the profits they make off broadcasts to help fund things at the school. So they would not let us broadcast up there because we did it for free, and that hurt their their stuff. So anyway,
Thank
we
you, sponsors.
appreciate. Yes, it's amazing, and our fields, our equipment, our just everything that we have here, the sponsors and just the people of this community make things so great.
Yes, sir. And up the bat for the Eunice Cardinals was Jonathan Caballero. He throws the ball in. Ball one a bit outside on him. He came into the game as a sub for Benton.
Benton at second.
Yes, sir. He steps in with 0-1 or 1-0. Swings at the next pitch, fouls it straight back. In baseball, he just missed that ball.
That'll be a dent in somebody's vehicle. If you need some dent service, get on down to some place that needs to sponsor us. I mean, we need a good company that does
Body
body work to
work.
sponsor what we do so that we can shout out your name on all these foul balls.
Yes, sir. Swing and a miss on Jonathan. That is strike 2 here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Watch the ball now, son. Pitch from the pitcher. So weird, doesn't it? Oh, straight down the middle, and he just misses it. He looked outside for me, but he thought the same thing, so he went down on strikes.
So a strikeout there.
That's his first strikeout of the year. You believe that?
That sounds like I believe it. Sounds like a good one. Number 14, Sean Stinson, the senior, steps up, the right-hander, the right-handed batter's box. He's ready to go. Got the pitcher Logan Sandoval, number 10, on the mound for the Ruidoso Warriors.
Marcus on deck, and Adan Ornelas in the hole for the Eunice Cardinals. That's a strike 1 on Stinson.
Yeah, right down the middle. Stinson watched it.
I wonder if it looks different from down. It could look like the same pitch Jonathan let go by. Stinson swings right back and foul balls right behind
another
us.
One of those balls brought to you by that Unknown Body Shop. If you got a dent or ding in your vehicle and you need to get it repaired, get on down to that Unknown Body Shop.
That sounds like a very good name. You know that?
I'm telling you, Unknown.
Because if it's a
Body
hit and
Shop.
run, man, unknown, it's an unknown. So 2 strikes here on Stinson. Swing and a miss on strike number 3. 2 of the best Eunice Cardinals go down. Well, 2 of the best. One of the 2 of the best Eunice Cardinals go down on strikes.
So it's 2 strikeouts. That'll make it 2 outs. Marcus Tercero, another senior. A right-hander steps into the right-handed batter's box.
Digs in, you can say, huh? On
Yep.
this turf field that we have here in the Eunice Cardinal Stadium. Swing and a miss, but it's a foul ball.
And it's still 2-0 here. Ruidoso in the lead over the Eunice Cardinals. Eunice comes into this game 7-0 on the season. Ruidoso at 6-5. So Ruidoso's definitely played more baseball.
Are they a bigger school?
Yeah, Ruidoso's the bigger class. Yes.
Swing and a miss on Marcus Tercero. Strike number 2 here.
Yeah. So the pitcher giving him fits here with that high heat right down the middle.
Kid is warming up on the mound.
Yep. Get down here around Eunice, it's a little warmer than it is up there in Ruidoso.
Oh, swing and a miss. Strike 3. The catcher misplays the ball, so Marcus is running all the way down the first base.
He was rumbling, stumbling, and humbling all the way down, but he made it.
It took him a while. But he's on. That's what matters, right?
Yes, so Marcus reaches on the strikeout pass ball.
And up the bat, we have Donald Nellis, Chacon on deck, and Micah Tippin in the hole.
So once again, 2-0 here in favor of Ruidoso. Eunice up to bat. We're in the bottom of the second.
Got a runner on first. Marcus takes a small lead. Throw it over towards. Nope. Pretend he's going to throw it. He did it. Kid got some nice move coming off that mound towards first. Talking about that, did you see the game the other day between Texas Longhorn and Texas Tech?
I did, where they stole home.
Yeah, that's a beautiful. The ball's hit right up towards the pitcher. The pitcher does a beautiful job coming off the mound, plays it, throws over to first, make it the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Eunice left 1 stranded and nobody scored. So that's the end of the 2nd. So we give a shout out to our sponsors, Parker Energy Service.
So this one right here, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir. The number 19, the one with the blue bat
Was
in his
that
hand.
19? I don't know why, but I thought
Yes.
it said 10. Does that say 19?
Yes, sir. It says 19. That was
Man, I'm
Adan
getting
Chacon.
old. Okay.
You are getting old, huh? So Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service, Eunice Public Schools, Harriet Oilfield Service, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas are proud sponsors of today's game. Nice, beautiful, shiny game too. So 2 of the Eunice Cardinals go down on strikes. It's not very common there for them to go down like that.
So I don't know exactly what was going on right there, but it looked like one of our coaches and the home plate umpire were having a bit of a discussion, and the home plate umpire looked like he was kind of getting on him a little bit, telling him something.
Tell him something?
Yeah, so they definitely had a little discussion going on there that looked a little heated.
And they keep throwing the inches up like that. The fingers. Did you see the
Yeah.
umpire go like this by inches or something? Who knows?
Yeah, so an interesting discussion or whatnot.
We need a
taking
field
place.
reporter, huh?
Yeah.
Talking about field reporter, give a shout out
Get
to
down there,
Charlie,
give me
huh?
a mic. Yeah,
That's it.
where's Charlie?
Today he had
It's
to take a couple of days
birthday.
off, yeah.
Yeah. He's out birthdaying with maybe with Jelly, I'm not sure, but if so, happy birthday to the Charlie fam. We miss you.
Thinking of you.
Yep. Yeah, so we're going to move into the third here. It's 2-0. Eunice in the lead. Eunice be back on the field.
The game is moving quick, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a double header, or is JV play next?
You know, it's not a doubleheader. At least I didn't see it that way on the schedule. So I'm assuming JV must be next.
Okay.
I didn't know if they had played earlier or what, since I come running in late. But
No. I don't have my phone. My phone's being used by somebody else right now, so.
gotta provide those games and
Yes,
whatnot.
yes,
Yep.
yes. And I'm flying solo today, so that's my babysitter out in the field.
Yep. Yep, I gotcha.
So that brings number 12 up the bat for the Warriors, Ruidoso Warriors.
It'll be Cooper Pritchett.
Cooper Pritchett.
He reached, the last time he reached on a fielder's choice.
And I believe he's the first one to score, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Steps in
I
the batter's
think
box
you're right.
with no batting gloves. That's some old school right there.
Tough.
Connor
Ooh,
winds up,
that's a
throws
nice looking
it.
pitch.
Beautiful breaking ball. Huh?
Yeah.
Had the batter flinching and everything.
Mm-hmm. Nice looking breaking ball right there.
Coach screams on, just slap to the ball now. Huh? He's upset. He walks back to the back of the corner of the batter's box. Connor winds up, throws it in. Ooh, swinging and missing a foul ball. Comes off the catcher's head. He's a little shooken up, but the catchers are made tough. The umpire walks out there nice and slow, hands the ball over to the pitcher. They do have to give the time to the catcher. Get all 5 cents as the ball came off and hit him in the head. So give a little bit extra time to that catcher. So here we go.
I'm confused.
You see how when he swung through, that ball came straight back and hit Javon in the head?
I did see
Bounced
that.
that off him. They try to give that catcher a little bit extra time, catch his sense, because when that ball comes off, it hurts sometimes. So Connor winds up, throws the ball, and is a bit outside. They call him out anyways if he's trying to run over to first, but he was out on strikes. So that's the first strikeout for Connor of the game. First or second, I believe. That's a good way to start off here at the top of the third. We got number 10 in the batter's box for the Eunice Cardinals.
We had one other strikeout, but then it was a passed ball on the strikeout, and they reached. Which that was this individual right here, Logan Sandoval. He reached the last time on a strike 3, swing and a miss. The ball passed the catcher, and he reached first. So I don't know on paper how that goes down. A strikeout error? I don't know. But he reached.
Don't give me the lie, coach. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss on the second pitch, and that's a strike. So the count is 1-1.
Got a lot of ones up there on the board. 1-1-1.
Huh?
1 run scored in each of the first 2 innings for Ruidoso. None for Eunice. It's 2-0. Eunice trails.
Connor winds up, throws the ball in. Oh, beautiful breaking ball, but broke too much and bit outside. So the count is 2 balls, 1 strike here. Kids, huh? They come out and enjoy everything. Enjoy them while we can, right, Coach?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't take long to get a little old.
And they know everything.
Oh, that too. I think they start that pretty young. Ooh.
Did it? No, it broke and missed him, huh?
Not, yeah.
I thought it came off his hip, but I guess
thought
not.
he took one in the kidneys.
So it's 3-1 there. That batter stayed in that box. Think he's going to hit him.
Looked like that liver shot in boxing where you get hit right there in that lower spot and you swells up and all your breath goes away for a minute. Ooh, that's a nice one.
That's a beautiful curveball by Conager.
Pierce with a beautiful breaking ball right there.
Brings it to a full count here.
3-2-1.
You going to break it down now or what? We're going to break it down?
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here goes Pierce.
Winds up, thinks about it. It's a curveball. He was digging. Throws it in. Oh, swing. Hits it over towards second base. Caballero gets it. Steps and throws towards first and gets him out. That's a slow developing play, but he got him out.
Yeah, it worked out really good.
And once again, he throws a low ball towards third base. And so that's 2 outs here for the Eunice Cardinals here. And no runners on. They're doing a good job right now.
So this will be number 3, Logan Sandoval. No, I'm sorry, Aiden Gomez. He flew out his first at bat.
Towards center field.
Yeah.
Got the good stick. Swing. Hits it towards between center and left field. But Stinson strikes it down, but he misses it. Trips and falls. Michael's doing a great job backing up. He gets it in. They're going towards third base for the Ruidoso runner. And they did not attempt to throw it towards third. So this player got a triple off the misplay out there in the field.
Wow, that's a good hit.
Very good. He hit the ball and took off running the whole time.
Who is that out there in right field?
That is Stinson. And we got another Ruidoso batter with no gloves up in there. Batting gloves. These kids are rough and tough, huh?
Sebastian Lawrence.
Sebastian Lawrence. So Ruidoso has a runner on third base with 2 outs. Conacher throws a beautiful curveball. Thing is breaking today, isn't it, Coach?
Yes, it
Called
is.
strike 1.
Yep.
Conacher winds up again. Delivers the ball. Ooh, breaking move. And he hits the batter as he leaned in, trying to get away from the ball and hit him in the helmet.
Yep.
Unfortunately, hit him.
So runners will be at the corners now.
For the Eunice Cardinals, and the ball's overthrown the pitcher. But it's a dead ball. Umpire goes out there and picks it up. Conacher gives it to him in his hands, and we're ready to play some baseball.
So this will be Sean Powers. He walked the last time up, number 20. Runners at the corners. Eunice trails 2-0 here. We've got 2 outs. Conacher Pierce on the mound.
Top of the third. Throws it towards home and misses just a bit outside for ball 1 for Mr. Powers. They have 2 outs, so they can't squeeze the ball over. So is he going to steal this time? The runner on first base.
It's very possible here at some point.
Conacher winds up, throws it in,
There you
yes,
go.
and he's gone. And no attempt to throw to second. So it's 1-1 there. I think that swing was just to protect the runner, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job about protecting him, huh?
Yeah.
Hate it when that happens. You run in and hit the ball and it's a foul ball. You got to come all the way back.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes for a long day. You do that very many times.
So Conacher throws it in. Ball gets past the catcher. Good bounce. Comes in and he is safe. He was safe on the pass ball on Chacon, and Conacher tried to slide in and catch the ball, but the runner made it home on a pass ball. So the score is 3-0 against the Eunice Cardinals. Ruidoso is winning right now. And the runner was on second base, advances to third base as well.
Yeah, so Eunice struggling a little bit here early. They've given up 1 run in every inning. We are in the top of the third. It's 3-0. Score on a passed ball there. I think that's the second score on a passed ball this game. So 2 of the 3 runs have been scored on passed balls.
So Powers is in there batting with 2 balls, 1 strike. Conacher winds up, throws that beautiful breaking ball. Swing and a miss by Powers. So that is 2-2 up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With the runner on third for the Warriors. Conacher winds up. Beautiful throw. Beautiful breaking ball.
Yeah.
Strike 3.
And that'll end the top half of the third. It's 3-0. They stranded 2. And Eunice trailing by 3 here.
Something that we don't see that often, but what we do see very often is our sponsors. Give a shout out to them. Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. I say them so fast. I'm so used to in basketball. We have like 30 seconds to get everything out and done. In baseball, we have like a minute and a half.
Yeah, you got a little time there in between for sure.
Learn to slow down, huh? Learn to slow down. So, but Ruidoso's doing a very good job right now, capitalizing when people are on base. Their pitcher is doing a great job right now. Eunice just cannot get that pitcher figured out for the given moment, but we'll get there.
Yeah, they've definitely done a good job here. Shout out to Mason Caperton. I know that he's been doing some work on the mound for New Mexico State. Not sure where they're at today. Don't know if he's listening, but shout out to Mason.
Good. What is that right fielder doing out there? Stretching his legs?
Yeah, I mean, that's some Jane Fonda aerobicizing. You got to make sure them hips are loose.
He's doing something out there. Like he reminds me of my puppy when he's in the backyard running around.
They do that little short squat thing where they act like they're squishing the gummy or whatever, you know, like Jane Fonda. All he needs some leggings and we'll be in business.
Jane Fonda.
So, historically, this Eunice team has more state championships than any team in New Mexico high school baseball history. They are ranked nationally. As far as state championships go, this Eunice program historically has had similar success to that of the Hobbs Eagle basketball program. To give a little perspective, Farmington has 14 state titles, Carlsbad has 11, La Cueva with 11. Artesia with 7. Eunice has 17 state baseball championships.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a really neat deal. You know, as we've talked about before, we demand and expect that type of success here, and you know, same thing for our football program.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. So that being said, we got Gio Chacon up the bat, Micah Tippett on deck, and Jorge Ontiveros on the hole. So he gets up in with that nice, beautiful gray bat. See what he can do here tonight. Help himself here.
Looks like kind of a flat gray, just so it's not too shiny.
It's the ball thrown a little low off the ball one.
Yeah.
On Gio Chacon. That young man plays a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, does it all.
Oh, throws the ball in there. Nice strike there. Straight down the middle. That ball has to have some movement, man, because he would have. From here, it looks like he's going straight, but he has to have some type of move because he's getting the players. Ooh. Another strike. Out there on the outside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here to Chacon, a senior.
Bottom of the lineup. Swing and
Heads
a
up.
foul ball over there on the right-hand side. That's the JV boys out there getting some batting practice in before their game.
Trying to make sure they get a knot on their head.
Are they in the cage? No. Ooh,
There's
swing.
another drive down that right field line. If it in,
Oh.
man, I'm talking 6 inches again, and I'm a professional when it comes to that. And that was about 6 inches right of that right field line.
I'm telling you. That would have been
Man.
nice. Whew. So that's just a long strike. The count is 1 ball. Look at, you see, you got 1 ball, 3 strikes on the scoreboard. You see that?
Yeah. That'll throw them off.
Yeah. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So, 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here to the senior Chacon. He steps back into the right-handed batter's box.
Looks at the pitch. Swing fouls it right back to us.
Yeah, I
Battle and
started to
staying
catch
alive. So that would be strike number 4 on the scoreboard.
it. Yeah, that is true.
Sits there and adjusts his shoestring while he's fixing the bat.
Make sure he's got the right crease. You know, I don't want to have that little crease
Crease
in
on
the
the
end of the
front, yeah.
shoes. Like, 'cause that's important
That
nowadays.
is very important nowadays. Pitcher winds up, throws it in. Nice breaking ball, but it's inside, and our umpire does not like inside pitches.
Yeah. Yeah, that inside pitch has not been called all day, so he stuck with his guns there.
He's consistent.
2 balls, 2 strikes
And no outs.
to number 2.
Ooh, throws it to the outside corner, watches the ball go by, and he goes down on strikes. So we got up to bat Micah Tippett up to bat. Jorge Ontiveros on deck, and Tucker's in the hole, I believe.
That was a
Okay,
strike out.
Micah steps in, left-handed batter. Looks at the ball.
So the lefty, Micah Tippett.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch. He liked it. Barely misses it. Yep. Gets up in there, pitcher winds up, throws it in a bit inside. And his ball is 1-1 here with 1 out.
Lots of ones up there again on the board.
On the bottom of the 3rd.
1 run scored every inning.
Swing, hits it towards second base. He reached over on the right-hand side, but the second baseman ball was there, and Tippett had to slow down to get there.
Yeah.
So he's on. Nice job out there.
So the speedster Tippett hustles out down to first base and runs that one out.
So we have Jorge Ontiveros at the bat, Tucker on deck, and Pierce in the hole for the Eunice Cardinals. They have the music playing for him to come out there. I mean, he steps in the batter's box, Jorge does. Tip it on first. We need a score here, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Tippett has a nice lead over on first. They throw it over towards first. They realize that he is very fast. So he gets back on the bag. He is safe.
He's wanting to show us that 10-200 speed.
I'm telling you, he'll get there. I think he carries a parachute just in case if he goes too fast.
That's right. That's right.
Jorge steps
There he
back in,
goes.
and he's gone. Jorge
Man,
squares up for a bounce.
Yeah, he had a heck of a jump there.
He could have gone all the way to third if he
Man.
wanted to.
He jumped before the pitcher had even started his motion.
So that being said, Jorge squared up for a bunt. Did not pull back, and is a strike.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
I was too busy watching Tippett.
He was a blur, huh? They stepped towards. Ooh! Almost got him on the throwback to second. A beautiful spin move by the pitcher. A beautiful spin pitcher by the. But he did not get him. Micah Tippett barely made it back by an inch. But he's back. That's what matters, right?
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd steal just a big,
I'd go
just to make him wrong.
because there's nobody holding me
Yep.
back.
And Jorge swings right through that, so that's strike two real quick on the batter. With one out, and Micah Tippett on second. And he's about to steal the third.
I thought that last pitch, I thought he had the.
He reaches over and hits a pop fly in the towards first base. And the catcher comes in and catches it. Their first baseman is small, huh?
Number 9, Chance.
When George ran by him, he looked very little.
I think that's one of those two Crawfords that
Crawfords?
we mentioned earlier, yeah.
So we got Tucker up here in the bat for the Eunice Cardinals. He's been hot there in the batter's box. Pierce on deck and Jonathan in the hole. With Micah Tippett on second with 2 outs here. Bottom of the third. Swing hits towards center field, but it dropped. Oh, a kid slid in and made a beautiful catch.
Nice catch.
From center field. The kid dove head first and made that catch.
That was a nice
That would have
catch.
scored at least one.
Yeah.
Man. Giving him a round of applause. That's a good catch on that young man.
So at the end of 3, it's 3-0. Eunice trails here to the Ruidoso Warriors. Once again, I apologize for those of you watching at home. We usually have all of our stuff on the app. The app isn't letting me log in today, so we'll just try to make sure we mention the score as soon as as much as possible.
As much as possible. And that being said, Eunice stranded one on second base after Micah stole the second base. And that would have been a good opportunity to get some scoring, but we did not get no scoring there.
I have noticed between almost every inning, at least one of our coaches has been out having a discussion with the ump. And they're back out there again.
And I think what they're talking here is on the pickoff move. Because when he threw towards second, he must have balked. Because if you look by the motions, it's talking to him, discussing that. And that being said, they moved Jonathan Caballero to short. They put Chacon on second. They're going to put the new pitcher coming in, which is Tucker.
And Pierce goes to catcher.
Conacher goes to catching. So a lot of movement going on here early in the game, top of the fourth. So everybody kind of back to home. And Jonathan's one of those players. They pretty much put him anywhere. He's like Chacon, kind of universal here, universal there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of the few juniors. There's only 2 juniors out there right now. The pitcher and Jonathan. They're the only juniors on the team that are starting.
The pitcher, is that Tucker?
Yes, sir. He's
Yep.
a junior. He does a good job pitching as well. He has a passion for the game, you can say.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's getting warmer out there because it feels very good in here.
Oh, it's nice. It's a beautiful day here for baseball. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt at all. And I believe his mom, the pitcher's mom, said to give her a shout out. She's from Austin. And her name is Annette Cooper. So give a shout out to her. Hopefully she's watching or listening, watching her son on the mound today. Here, second pitch of the game. As Conacher goes back to catcher. Goes to catcher, not back, but goes to catcher. So, what are you thinking over there, Coach?
They're still. I'm watching this discussion going on there. They're not getting along here.
You ought to walk down and see what they're saying. You know that?
Yeah.
And I cut here.
Yeah, we need to get one of those little hidden mics planted down there so we can keep up with this stuff, because you can tell they're not liking each other's opinions.
And that was a very, very, like you said, long conversation.
Yes.
Now pitching for the Eunice Cardinals, number 9, Chance Tucker, catching. Number 13, Conacher Pierce. Second baseman, Gio Chacon. And shortstop, Jonathan Caballero.
Oh, Cabby out there at shortstop.
Man, I cannot get this phone open. There it goes. It's my daughter's phone. She has so many different passwords on
Is
it.
that why it's yellow and looks like SpongeBob?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why. And a broken corner on it. Yes, sir. It was my old phone. It was a hand-me-down. And you know where my new phone's at, right?
Oh, yeah. It's out in the bleachers playing SpongeBob or something.
Something. So, once again, that wind picked up there.
Mhm.
Changed direction a little
Yeah,
bit, so it's
it
in the batter's
definitely-
favor.
Yeah, definitely changed directions.
So the Warriors have number 2 up the bat. He is their first baseman, I believe. And his name is Crawford. His last name is Crawford. He's one of the twins.
Yeah.
Or
I'm assuming they're twins. I could
just by looking at it from the way they're built and everything.
Yeah.
So here we go, finally.
Number 2,
That was a long warm-up there for the Eunice Cardinals. Caleb Crawford up the bat. Gets in on the right-hand side. The other Crawford is a left-handed batter. Tucker winds up, delivers the pitch. First pitch was a strike. So the count is 0-1 here. Quick on the mound, isn't he? Tucker winds up, throws it in. And Crawford swings through it, so that's strike number 2 on Crawford.
Yeah.
Those nachos look good, don't they? Or was it a Frito pie?
Man, especially for me, I hadn't ate. My wife told me she'd bring me some. I ain't seen anything yet.
And it's like, he goes down on strikes. Crawford does. Looks at the last pitch for strike number 3.
I think she was April fooling me. And that was yesterday.
That was yesterday,
Yeah.
huh? So we got another Crawford up the bat, left-handed one. His name is Connor Crawford.
Yep. Connor Crawford, the lefty.
The lefty.
Caleb Crawford, the righty. So this is the lefty.
Steps in there. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Eunice Cardinals have one out here. It's 0-1 on lefty Crawford. Steps back in their batter's box. Tucker winds up. Throws it in. Kind of faded away. Missed the outside corner just by a smidge.
Yeah, and he never has liked that corner on that side of the plate the whole day.
It must be around on that side.
Well, I think he's probably got astigmatism in that left eye.
It could be. It could be. I mean, I don't know, but the Crawford swung and missed on that one. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
Makes it a little blurry on
Yeah,
the
it
left
makes it a
side of
little
the
blurry.
plate.
Oh, throws it inside on the left-handed batter. Barely misses him.
Man, little Connor was thinking his kneecap was about to get taken out.
About to get blown out by that 85-mile fastball. That would have hurt, man.
Oh, man, right on the kneecap. That'd be a bad day.
So he gets back up in there. The count is 2-2. Cool, calm, collective out to the pitcher. Long windup. Delivers the ball and swing and a miss. I believe that was a changeup as he threw it through there. So it gets him on strikes. Second strike out of the game. So up the bat for the Warriors is Hayden, number 6.
Hayden Casson.
Casson, huh?
Yep.
Is that with the K or with the C?
With a C.
It's a lot of C's there. Crawford,
lot of
Crawford,
Cs.
Cassons.
A lot of C's and Coopers. Yeah, there's a lot of C's in this.
Yep. So Tucker threw his first curveball and barely misses it. And so did the catcher. The call makes it all the way back to the backstop. What I like about this, the on-deck batters usually come in and get the ball for him. Very nice of them. So that's ball 1 on Casson.
Yep. Once again, it's 3-0. Eunice trails here.
Tucker winds up, throws in fastball on the inside corner. Hit towards third base. Jorge gets it, throws it over to first, and barely gets him on out. So we got 3 up, 3 down for the Eunice Cardinals in that inning.
Yep.
No runs were scored, and like Jim Jones said, 3-0 Ruidoso favor.
Yep, that is true. So we moved through that inning. To the top half of the 4th. We'll move into the bottom half of the 4th. Shout out to them sponsors, Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker, BTH Services, and Rental Chad Howler. The Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and crew. The Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Aaron, Yachty, and all of the gang that keeps us healthy. The Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne, Cynthia, Rosendo, Matt, Kenny, Miss Hahn, I can't call her by her first name, David Gallegos, and all the staff, Carlos Herrera, and Herrera's Oilfield Services, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, the Whitmire family, Redbird Gas, and the other Parkers, Bart Parker. Thank you so much for what you do. We appreciate you making this happen.
I'm the same way on that name. I cannot say the first name. I always refer to it as Miss Hahn or Mr. Troy.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. We were talking about that at a meeting I was at this morning, and it's just, you know, it's hard for me. It's like Miss Robertson. You know, Miss Robertson to me will always be Miss Robertson. she will never be Belinda to me.
It doesn't sound weird.
That will never come out of my mouth, especially face to face. I'm not saying on the radio.
No.
But she will always be Miss Robertson to me.
And mine was Miss Wilson.
Oh yeah, like you're talking about like Brenda Wilson. Yeah. You know, it's funny because I think with her, I worked all those years, lived all those years over in Hobbs when they were over there, and I could probably call her Belinda, but I probably won't.
Mine is Mr. Haynes. I cannot call him Dwayne. It just doesn't roll off the tongue real good.
Yeah. Yeah, makes
So
sense.
up the bat, we have Conner Pierce up the bat, Jonathan on deck, and Stinson in the hole.
Yeah.
He steps in and looks at the pitcher. The pitcher looks at him. The pitcher winds up, throws it in, swing, hits it towards the left-hand side, just about 15 feet, foul ball. Dang it. You should have waited on that, but that's strike one on Conner.
Yeah, so Pierce picks up strike one on the foul ball. He's ready for the next one.
Pitcher winds up, throws it in. A little bit low and outside towards the ball.
Stigmatism out there. It's got him blurry on them corners.
Corners, I'm telling you, that plate is round. Conner stays in it once again. The ball is low and outside, so has the ball too. 2 balls, 1 strike on Mr. Conner. Pitcher winds up. Pitcher moves fast up on the mound. Throws it in, outside again. And nope, he calls it a ball. It's a bit outside. And the pitcher points up.
He's talking to his mama. For real. She's right here filming, and she's telling him whether his pitches are inside or outside.
So that was Conner draws a walk.
Yep.
On 5 pitches. So we're going to have a courtesy runner for him, and it's going to be Gomez. I don't know which one, but it's a Gomez.
10.
10. It might be on my...
10 Jose Gomez?
Jose Gomez. Sounds familiar to me. Jose or Jesus, right? So
What?
Jonathan's up the bat.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. My handwriting.
It's Jose Gomez. You were correct,
Okay.
sir. They throw it over towards first base. Keep that kid honest, and he's safe. So we got Jonathan Cobbler up the bat, Stinson on deck, and Marcus in the hole. And this thing just shook, or was it my head?
Yeah, no, I think it shook. Felt like an earthquake.
It did, huh? So Jonathan gets in there, swings it up straight up. The ball is in play. The catcher turns around, makes a beautiful catch towards behind the plate, and the ball is thrown towards first base. As Gomez was stealing, it was a hit and run situation. So Jonathan goes out with the pop fly towards the catcher. So that's the first out for the Eunice Cardinals. Stinson gets in the bat here. Marcus on deck, and Adan Ornelas in the hole. We have a pinch runner. The kid is leading off, and the pitcher's not even on the mound. But he is now. It winds up towards Stick. Stick squares up the bunt. There's a beautiful bunt towards third base, but the third baseman was crashing. Stinson's running all the way to first, and he makes it on time. The ball gets away from the first baseman. Everybody advances the base. Everybody's on third and second now.
Now to bat for Eunice Cardinals, number 22, Marcus.
And he was running towards first base, and the ball got away from the first baseman, and he collided over here.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, he was over here. Coach Reynolds was telling that runner to go home. But the runner stopped. And anyway, so there was a discussion between Reynolds and the runner. Anyway,
He's trying to be aggressive because we need to right now, being down. So we got Marcus in the batter's box now, with the runners on second and third. Marcus swinging and a miss on the first pitch. Now, if I can get this open, I can tell you who's on deck and who's in the hole. Looks like Adan Ornelas and Giovanni. Adan Ornelas on deck, Giovanni in the hole. Pitcher steps off the mound. Right, coach.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. It's 3-0.
Pitcher winds up towards Marcus, throws it in. Ooh, very good catcher, like you just said. Ooh, beautiful breaking ball, but barely misses the strike zone by a smidge.
It's another one of them smidges. We've got 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Eunice trails 3-0. We're in the top of the 5th.
Top of the 5th here. Trailing. Eunice Cardinals are trailing with the runner on second for the Warriors.
Ooh.
Batter reaches over, hits it over towards right field, falls in. They're sending the runner home from second. He scores standing up. So the score now is 4-0 for the Warriors.
Number 10, Logan.
Not good. Not good here on the Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, that's a single and an RBI for Pritchett. Logan Sandoval comes to the plate. He had a strikeout, but then the passed ball reached on the pitch, and then he also ground out in his last at bat.
And there's no outs. Ball thrown towards the catcher and misses it. Runner advances to second. Throws it over towards the pitcher. And the Warriors are threatening again. With no outs here. Not a good outing right now for the Eunice Cardinals.
They just hadn't been able to really get anything going. Usually at the plate is where they would make this difference up.
Yep. Catcher does a great job of catching the ball, keeping it in front of him. Keeps running from advancing to third. So it makes it ball 2 here on Logan. Is it Logan? Yes.
Logan Sandoval, he's their pitcher.
Swing a high ball over towards the right field. Fielder catches it, turns around, throws it towards second. It's cut off by second base by Giovanni. And the runner on second base tags up, makes it all the way to third for the Rams. So that's 1 out for the Rams. The Warriors.
Yep. They can be the Rams.
I wouldn't mind naming them the Rams. Ruidoso Rams.
Got some of those bighorn sheep running around up there in Ruidoso.
I bet they do.
This is number 3. It's Aiden Gomez. He's had a fly out to deep center and then a triple at his last at bat.
Tucker throws a beautiful curveball in there. We were both about to call it out, huh?
Yeah.
It's breaking good now with the runner on third for the Warriors. Winds up, Tucker does. Eunice Cardinals are playing on the grass on the infielders. Squares it, pops it up. A pop fly. Oh, they let the ball go out of bounds.
Oh, I thought they
I
hit
mean,
each
foul
other
ball,
and
yeah.
knocked it out of bounds.
I think they were screening each other, let it go a foul ball.
I was thinking, oh no.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I would have dove and caught that ball. When
Yeah.
if I was like 20 years younger.
Yeah, you'd have stretched out.
Yeah, I would have. Got. Matter of fact, I would have just ran to it. I don't have to dive because I was so fast.
You barehanded it.
Yeah, probably. You know
Yeah.
what? It's like bobbing for apples, caught in my mouth.
Bobbing for apples. Knocked all your teeth out.
So that's,
You'd have looked like some meth junkies running around here.
so that's
All right.
2 strikes on the batter. It throws it high. They throw it over towards third base. And he got the runner on the rundown. Jorge stretches over and tags him out. A good job by the Eunice Cardinals. They're playing some heads-up baseball.
Great pick throw there by Pierce. He gunned down the runner there as he started down the third base line.
And they got him in a chase down between him and Jorge Ontiveros.
And we have a discussion going here now between Pierce and the umpire.
And it's about telling the batter needs to move out of the way as he throws towards third base.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've got a discussion going on now between Pierce and the umpire. Had a lot of discussions with the umpire so far.
So the count is 1-2. And Gomez swings towards center field. Micah Tippett comes in as that ball waved at him and does a great job of catching it. That makes it out number 3.
Yeah,
And only 1 run scored in that inning.
well,
Again, imagine that.
you know, that young man right there, Gomez, when he comes to the plate, you better get ready because he's going to put the bat on the ball, and he has hit 2 shots out there towards center field and then 1 toward right center that landed and got him a triple.
Mm-hmm.
So something to think about. But
Logan at the plate.
he was chopping wood on that one.
So Tucker's in the bat, Pierce on the deck, and Caballero in the hole. With 2 outs for the Eunice Cardinals with the runner on third. Let's not leave Micah stranded again out there. We left him a couple of times already this game. Tucker keeps the ball in play, hits it towards shortstop. Shortstop has a hard time getting that ball, and Tucker runs it out to be safe at first. But the most important thing is we got to run in.
Yep.
We got to run in.
So Tippett scores on the Tucker single.
So score is 4-1. Warriors favor.
Yep.
We got Pierce up the bat, Caballero on deck, and Stinson in the hole.
So Tucker on first, Pierce at the plate. We got one of the Crawfords, the lefty, throwing.
A bit outside, and Tucker takes off. Is a delay steal,
Oh,
and they got him. That was a delay, the super delay steal. I do not know why or how come it was such a delay, but they got him out at second. That kind of killed our momentum.
yep.
So that being said, we left the runner. Well, we didn't leave nobody stranded because he got thrown out. But we got to run past the play, so it's 4-1.
4-1. Shout out to them sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you guys for your sponsorship and all that you do for allowing us to bring these broadcasts to all those that are unable to make it.
That still was, I don't know. I'm dumbfounded. But he got thrown out at second. by a lot, but I think it was a delay steal with that left-handed pitcher up there. Trying to figure out his pickoff move, I guess.
Right.
Well, what do I know?
That's very true. While we're talking baseball, Tyler Almaguer, I mentioned him quite a bit when I start talking baseball here. He owns just about nearly every Eunice baseball record that there is in the books. He's listed in dang near every category in the state records. If you look on the NMAA records list, Greg Trammell, a pitcher from the 1960s who is listed in the NMAA record books as one of the great pitchers in New Mexico history. Jake Brown, another Eunice pitching great, listed in the record books with multiple no-hitters. So many more. Some family names that stick out when you start thinking about Eunice baseball is Caperton, Thompson, Gladden, the Deans, Harlan, Wade, Harvey, Rodriguez, Smith, Boone, and so many more. I mentioned it the last time we were here, but Coach Martin Wade passed away over this last year, and so he was a very, very important part of New Mexico baseball history, especially here in Eunice.
Yes.
And so shout out to
Him and his
Coach
family.
Martin Wade's family. R.I.P. Coach Wade.
Yeah. I got a text from Tucker's mama.
Oh, yeah?
She's watching the game, her and her neighbor and her 7-year-old son, Liam. So.
That sounds like a good deal.
Yes. And you said a minute ago that young man has every record for the Eunice Cardinals.
Who's that? No, I didn't say he has ever. I said nearly ever.
Oh, I thought you said nearly. I thought you said I apologize.
Yeah.
Like, man, even the strikeout ones, I was going to say, but probably not. He was a great baseball player.
You're talking about Tyler?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now he has got, and I'll pull those records, I'll pull them up while we're sitting here, but he has got a whole bunch of them.
And he coaches here as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is correct.
He coaches, he helps with baseball and softball, correct?
I believe that's correct.
And middle school football?
Yeah, and he even helped with high school football this year. He was always in the booth. So, yeah, I mean, he was definitely.
And that's great because he can pass on that baseball knowledge to our baseball players who are coming up. So Sebastian up for the Warriors. Number 4. Gets in there. Tucker's still on the mound out there pitching for the Eunice Cardinals. Score is 4-1. The Warriors' favor here. Top of the 6th inning. Tucker winds up, throws in a beautiful breaking ball, and swinging a miss for strike 1. Tucker back on the mound trying to get this over with. Gets in there, winds up. Throws the ball in. Ooh, a little bit outside. Just a smidge outside.
Another one of them smidges.
Smidge outside. That's my trademark.
Just a smidge.
So the count is 1-1. Tucker winds up, throws it in. Nice breaking ball. Swing and a miss. And I don't know if he tipped it or just got away from Conager. So umpire goes over, bends over, picks it up, and hands it to the catcher.
My phone is slower than Christmas here today.
It must be in here, guys. Swing and a miss. Down. Beautiful fastball there on the inside corner. So that's first strikeout for Mr. Tucker. As he came in here in the 3rd inning, I believe. So we got Mr. Powers up the bat for the Ruidoso Warriors. Gets in the batter's box. Tucker winds up, throws it in. And the outside corner was called here for the first strike of the afternoon. So it's 0 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Beautiful breaking ball. Gets away from high and inside, so it's 1-1 now. Tucker on the mound. He likes to work fast. Gets the ball, gets right to it, and delivers the ball. Winds up, throws it in. Ooh, a bit outside. A smidge outside. So it's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tucker once again gets up there. Don't go turn off on me because it takes me forever to open it up. Throws it in, beautiful, straight down the middle. So it's 2-2 now. What year did he graduate?
Tyler?
Tyler.
I'm going to give you a guess. Well, I won't have to give you a guess. I'll give you the 2012.
And he also has a couple of football records too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because his ball, as the pitcher falls off the mound, think he slipped up there on the mound, but that makes the ball makes it to a full count here against Powers.
So he's number 4 all-time in hits for New Mexico in a career with 173.
So it's a foul ball here on Powers as he keeps staying alive out there. If I'm not mistaken, when they were younger, they went and played in California, didn't they? They
He's
put a team
number
together.
5 all-time in hits in a career for doubles with 41.
Very good.
And I am still
Slow.
scrolling. He's
Ooh, strikeout, man. Second strikeout here. Powers goes down by looking at the ball as a breaking ball came in the strike zone. So
he's
it's 2
number
outs.
2 all-time in triples in a career with 20. And he's 3rd all-time in a season for triples with 10.
Dang.
RBIs, he's number 1 all-time in a game.
In a game,
13 in a game.
Tucker throws in a curveball against one of the Coopers. So that's strike 1 here.
He's number 4 all-time in RBIs in a career.
Tucker throws in a fastball. A bit high. The ball is 1-1 here on Cooper. Stolen bases.
He's number 1 all-time in a career in stolen bases.
Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here on top of the 6th inning.
He's also listed multiple times in the stolen bases in a season.
A nice, beautiful curveball, but gets away from the catcher on Cooper. So Cooper runs over towards first base, and Conacher throws the ball over, but not on time. So the runner or the batter gets on base on a pass ball.
He's number 5 all-time in career wins as a pitcher.
He threw right-handed, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But he batted left-handed, right?
You know, I don't remember
I think
that.
he did.
He's got the lowest earned run average of any pitcher in New Mexico history in a career at 1.35 in his career. He's number 5 all-time in a season with a .56 ERA.
Swing and a miss by Connor Cooper. I'm here just listening to your stats and trying to watch the game. I'm telling you, he was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
Hits a ball towards shallow left field, literally right behind the shortstop. But the shortstop was trying to cover the bag as the runner was stealing. So there's runners on first and second for the Warriors.
Back to Tyler Almaguer, number 1 in career strikeouts as a pitcher with 358.
He doesn't say if he pitched right-handed or left-handed, huh?
Mm-mm. Greg Tramwell also listed in that. Tyler is number 2 all-time in strikeouts in a game with 19. He's also number 5 with 18 in a game.
In the game. You got to emphasize on that. As Tucker
Yep.
throws on a strike in there, nice breaking ball. But the Warriors have runners on first and second. They have the brothers, or cousins, on second. The Coopers.
Crawford's.
Yes, Crawford. Strike 2 on the outside corner.
He's got the most shutouts in a season with 5 in a season. He's tied for first.
Who's he tied with? Somebody we don't know, huh? Not another Eunice Cardinal?
No, somebody from Highland.
Highland. So swing and a miss for the Ruidoso Warriors, and he went down. He left 2 stranded out there. And
He's
those
got-
runs were scored.
He's got 2 prior no-hitters. He's listed in that. There's also a Jake Brown from Eunice from 2011 and 2012 who had 2 no-hitters.
So that's 4 no-hitters for the Eunice Cardinals right there.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any others on there.
Score remains here 4-1 in Ruidoso's favor. Thank you for that, Mr. Jones. That's
Yeah.
a quick shout out to our players who come through this rich tradition of the Eunice Cardinal baseball, man. And that's something we need to do more often. If you, like you said earlier, they give you the information, we can do that.
Yeah. Like I said, I just wish, and I've mentioned this as we discussed building the new gymnasium, I wish we had like some place where you could go see this stuff, like where we kept it, not just in baseball, not just in basketball, in all sports, where you could go over there
Track, football,
and look and
volleyball.
and see. I've mentioned that before, and people are like, oh, those individual records, we're about team. That's a bunch of nonsense. You know, in anything that you do, whether it be math class or whatever, they give you a grade. They don't say, oh, the The whole class has an average of an 80, so y'all did great. You know, you.
I wish it was like that. I'd be an
Yeah,
awesome kid. I'd be
that's
I'd make
right.
good grades in
Me
school.
too. Me too. And that's why, you know, I always hear people talk about how sports are an extension of the classroom. Okay, well, let's treat them like that then. Let's give these people credit in these sports that go out and do a good job. I'm all for the teams winning.
And swing and a miss on the outside pitch there by the Cooper lefty. And continue what you were saying about hopefully in that new gym we have a database you can go in and type in a name or a year. Yeah, that's something to be pretty cool. So Conacher hits a high pop fly on the left field, and the right left fielder comes in and jumps and misses that ball, luckily for us. But that is just another strike there.
Yep.
Man.
It's a long strike.
Long, high strike. As the JV team comes up here and makes a lot of noise with them beautiful cleats on, huh? Sound like race horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Cooper out there for the Ruidoso Warriors doing his job, pitching the ball, keeping the Eunice players off balance. Gets up there, winds up, throws in the pitch high and inside. So that's ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
Thought that was going to get him in the Adam's apple. That'd be a hurt.
Winds up again. Outside pitch. Connor fights off that ball to stay alive. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the bottom of the 6th, correct? Can
I
barely
think
see
that's
that
right.
scoreboard,
Yeah, it's tough to see when you get old like me. You can't
and
really
that
see
net's
this.
in the way, kind of everything's a little blurry.
Mm-hmm.
Kid winds up. Conacher swings, hits a shot towards third
Oh,
baseman, gets
wow.
right by him. And Conacher gets all the way down to first base, makes a big turn.
Back Eunice Cardinals, number 4, Jonathan.
So Pierce with a single.
It's a good job.
That's his first hit of the game.
We're going to have a courtesy runner, a Gomez twin. And it brings up Jonathan Caballero up to bat. Stinson on deck, Marcus in the hole.
So Gomez goes to first.
Jose Gomez coming in to run.
Caballero into the right-handed batter's box for the Cardinals.
This one they got to play a little bit of small ball. Push him over. Look at that guy on first base.
That's interesting. I've never seen that in my life.
He crouches down like a pitcher. Like a catcher. Jonathan hits the ball towards third. Third baseman gets the ball, clears the ball clearly, but he throws it towards second. And Gomez is not advanced to third.
Ooh.
But that being said, Jonathan gets on first base, so we got runners on first and second.
Number 14, Sean Stinson.
Sean Stinson up the bat for the Eunice Cardinals. Marcus Tessero on deck. Adan Ornales in the hole. That's a smart thing that first baseman is doing for Ruidoso. He gets down like a catcher. And the catcher gets down like a catcher, so he's left-handed pitcher, so he's looking at kind of the same. I don't know. I don't
I've
know
never
about
seen
baseball.
that in my life.
Me
but
neither.
It looks good, I guess.
If it works, right? If it's
Yeah.
effective.
Yeah.
So we got runners on first and second for the Eunice Cardinals. Stinson watches that ball go by, and it's a strike on the outside corner, which has not been called all night, so I'll blame him for not swinging at that.
Yeah.
He's opening it up, I guess you can say. Cooper winds up towards Stinson. The pitch is high. Runners are stealing it, and the runner is out on third base by far. Our runners look sluggish and slow.
Yep.
I'll make them run in the sand.
On the beach, huh?
Or go make them run track, right?
Yep.
So the pitch is 1-1 with 1 out on Stinson as both runners stole base, and Jonathan is safe on second. Stinson's ball is thrown high. It was high, but he called it a strike. Something like that, it's hard to swing at that once it's not in your zone. And Stinson is a tall young man. Oh, swing and a miss, but the catcher misses the pitcher misses. Man, the catcher misses the ball, throws it over towards first, but Jonathan advances to third. So that makes the second out here with the runner on third.
Happy birthday shout out to Bill Jordan.
Bill Jordan.
Noticed here that it's his birthday today. Another long-time Eunice resident.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, Mr. Jordan. Young 23, right? So Marcus gets in the bat. Laid off that high pitch. It was ball 1. I almost called it a strike before the umpire did. Alan Ornelas on deck. No, they gotta have a pinch hitter. So Marcus hits the ball up. And the catcher comes over and makes a nice catch and leaves the runner on third. And Eunice was not able to capitalize again on that. So
Shout out to Kenny Lord. I believe it's his birthday as well.
Kenny Lord, huh?
We'd like to let the fans know that the Eunice Cardinal cheerleaders have the concession stand open.
So that being said, the score remains 4-1. Eunice strands out one on third base as Marcus hit a pop fly towards the catcher. And we're about to start the top of the 7th, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So give a shout out to our sponsors: Parker Energy Service, BG8 Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. And we got Tucker on the mound still for the Eunice Cardinals. And I cannot get this phone open, but I guess it's irrelevant at this given point. If I don't know what's going on, I shouldn't be up here, right?
Yep.
Once again, the Eunice Cardinals are struggling at the plate with putting the ball in play.
Yeah.
We've left a lot of runners stranded tonight or this afternoon. And a lot of players thrown out going to stealing bases. So,
Yeah, just hadn't been able to get anything going. Kind of looks sluggish like me because I hadn't been able to get any food in my system and get anything going. So I think when I get done here, I may go eat.
wait, at the concession stand for the support the
I probably won't.
cheerleaders.
Yeah. I might drop them $5 when I walk by just as a donation, but I'll probably go eat me some real food. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
I had a late breakfast. I'm not going to lie. I had a late breakfast and watered my trees and came up here.
Well, we had a meeting at the Masonic Lodge this morning and working on charities for
The
the
community?
local community. And Matt White and Glenn Jenkins made breakfast, so we had pretty good breakfast down there this morning. But I was busy doing some other things while everybody was eating, and I didn't eat much. So now I'm hungry.
That's a good day to be fasting, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's probably good for me to be fasting. I need to start exercising and fast. But
So the Warriors here at the top of the lineup with Ethan up the bat. Gets in the batter's box. Tucker throws in a nice fastball, hits towards short. One hopper. Caballero gets it, throws it over to first base, make it look
good
easy,
job.
and threw him out. It's a good way to
Nice.
start off here.
Nice job there by Caballero at shortstop.
Played it off that, but one big hop. Good job.
Making
That's
old
one
Dad
out.
proud right
I'm telling
there.
you, man, whoever he is, he's a proud daddy. So that's first out for the Eunice Cardinals there. Brings up,
You say Brown Daddy?
no, I said
Proud
happy,
Daddy.
proud daddy.
Oh, Proud Daddy.
That brings Cooper up the bat. He's a brown daddy. What are
They
you
said
crazy?
Brown Daddy.
So another
Oh.
again as he falls off the mound. In. They called a strike there. I believe he had the red light on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been super aggressive. Like, let him swing. Yes, sir. They got that big gun on deck. Gets up in there. Tucker throws another pitch. A bit outside again. And he's kind of upset at himself when he hits the ground with his glove. Kind of out of character. It's okay. Shake it off, son. So number 3 up the bat, Aiden for the Warriors. Is that the one hits the ball good?
Yes, he has flew out twice to center field, and they've been well hit balls. And then he also had a triple out between right center, or out to right center.
So they throw him outside corner, and they call it a strike. Earlier in the game it wasn't, but right now it is, and we'll take it. That's a strike one on Aiden with the runner on first base for the Warriors, the Ruidoso Warriors, who are leading this game 4-1. Tucker throws a beautiful breaking ball, but barely misses the inside corner. As Aiden tried to lean in, try to get hit, but he did not. So the count is 1-1 here. Tucker gets ready, winds up, throws it in. Ooh, beautiful job by the catcher by framing that ball,
Yes,
but we'll take a strike.
I agree wholeheartedly.
You know what? Throw it out there again. The strike's a strike, right, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
Tucker winds up, throws it in a little bit outside, but Conacher keeps the ball in front of him, but the runner still advances the second. And Gio Chacon does a great job jumping up there and getting that ball. And the runner advances the second, Simon T in scoring position.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in a 4-1 game that Ruidoso is leading in at this point. We're in the top of the 7th.
Tucker winds up, throws a beautiful breaking ball.
Nice.
Swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. That's the first time today that young man has struck out.
Yes,
A
it
beautiful
is.
job by the Eunice Cardinals going out there and taking care of business here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah.
So here we go. We need to get the stick started.
Yeah, I gotta got to get something going offensively here. Need 3 runs.
One at a time, Coach. That's all it takes is one at a
We'd
time.
take 4, but 3 will work.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oilfield, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you for all that you do. And we need some runs here.
We need
That's
some
all there
runs.
is to it.
And I believe the lineup's going to be Chacon, Tippett, and Ontiveros.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. So we're going to be at the bottom of the lineup with one batter. We're going to start the top lineup after that, and hopefully we can get everything going and grooving. Because they still have Cooper out there pitching for the Warriors. So it's been a very long game, but not that much action. Little simple ball coming home, missed balls, miscommunication out there by the Cardinals, so that's why the score is 4-1. And like you said earlier, we can't get them sticks going. We can't get them bats going.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job keeping them off our timing. Keeping them off their timing. So.
Got the first, well, I say the first. I think it's the first full-blown track meet of the season on Monday. Had another track meet a week or two ago, but we only took parts of the team to that one because I guess some of the kids had been playing basketball or whatever, and they didn't feel like they had had enough practice, so they didn't take the most of the team. So anyway, first high school track meet will be Monday. I think that's in Hagerman. So we've got that coming up.
On Hagerman's field? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at their track over there.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a kind of an old setup, but yeah, it's a track.
Welcome back for Unit Cardinals, 120.
It's that old
we're gonna have
kinda
a pinch.
rubbery.
We have a pinch hitter here by Fernando Cerna. He's going to be batting for Adán Ornelas. I was off by a batter. So we're going to have Fernando Cerna batting for Adán Ornelas. We got Gio Chacon on deck and Micah Tippett in the home. Gets in the batter's box, winds up. Lets the first pitch go by. Is a beautiful pitch on the outside corner. So the count is 0 balls and 1 strike here.
So for Chacon, he's got a strikeout and a ground out so far this game. And there's a
Hit.
nice hit ball.
Towards short. And they made that look easy as a runner. He's thrown out on first. Fernando Cerna got there. But thrown out. Now we got Gio Chacon up the bat.
Oh, shoot.
I was off one, Coach.
Who was that one?
That was a
Cerna?
pinch batter
For Cerna?
for Ornelas. So Cerna who batted for him. And Coach is out there talking to the umpire. The Eunice coaches. Eunice head coach. And somebody stands says, okay, 2 get a rip now. So they're out there discussing it. That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors one more time before the game ends. If we want to go 7 innings. Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Herrera's Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Park Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic. Our proud sponsors of today's game. And after they finish discussing, they're going to call the runner safe on first. And now the Ruidoso Warriors coach is coming out here. The head coach is talking to the refs. And they're saying there's something about he leaned off the bag or stretched off the bag and he made it there on time. So let's go look. Too bad we can't rewind our camera, right?
Yeah, we need that instant replay services.
Not that much arguing from the opposing coach. He just shook his head, went back in the batter's box. And they're going to put Adán Ornelas to be running.
Is number 19 and on.
Okay.
So what happened here, Adán was the original batter. Fernando trying to pinch hit for him. He was safe on first. He went in the batter in the dugout. Now Adán is going to run for him.
Right.
So we got Gio Chacon on the mound. I mean, the batter's box. I think I need to be hydrated too or something. So we got Chacon, Micah Tippett on deck, and Jorge Ontiveros in the hole. Cooper throws over to first base as Adán Ornelas had a 1.5 lead, but he dove back to first base.
Yeah, almost broke his fingers
I
trying
know,
to dive
yeah.
back in there.
It's hard on left-handed pitchers to tell which way they're going to go, so I can't blame him for being that far away. Oh, Chacon tried to square up the bunt, but he missed completely as Adan had a good jump. That's what I'm telling you, man. When you get a good jump and somebody messes it up or foul balls it, you're like upset. So it's 1 strike, no balls on Chacon in the batter's box. So here goes, payoff pitch.
Ooh, that's a
Chacon
good one.
reaches
He did a good
over
job there.
and fights off the ball.
Yeah, well, as soon as he let that one go, I was like, that's going to be a good pitch.
Mhm.
So
So the count is full here. Do you go ahead and send the runner? I would say no.
yeah,
Let it
be
play because we
tough.
got a big gun on deck. Oh, just a bit high. So we got runners on first and second. And we got
the man, the myth, the legend, Tippett coming to the
Micah
plate.
Tippett, the only left-handed batter. And the coach is going to call a timeout, and they're going to swap players around. No, he's going to have a big group meeting on the mound.
Yep.
That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors. City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service, Eunice Public Schools, and Herrera's Oil Field. Do you notice on the Eunice Public Schools, Rosendo Caballero's the only one that his last name's not up there?
Yeah, I figured we didn't need to.
It's a long last name, that's what it
Yeah.
is, huh?
Well, you know, and then sometimes us white folks, we forget to make the y instead of the l, and so it becomes a caballero instead of a caballero, and we don't have that tongue rolling
Tongue rolling.
capability.
It's hard.
That's right.
It's hard. So Micah Tippett's up the bat. Jorge Ontivero's on deck, and somebody else is in the hole. I don't remember. I can't have my notes in front of
So
me.
we did all that. We didn't make any changes,
No,
right?
so we did not.
Okay.
The coach went up there and talked to the whole team. Kind of came up with the strategy. Probably go home and one, or
Yeah.
so it's
There we
lefty
go.
versus lefty. Micah Tippett is due. The wind is blowing out in his favor. If you get that ball up in the air and hit it nice and strong, it might go out. Swing. He swung with all his might, but it was a foul ball. Barely misses that pitch.
That ball will dent up somebody's hood.
Come on now, Tippett. Keep your hands back. Rock and fine now, son. Hit the ball hard. Hit it hard. It's somewhere.
So 0-1 here to Tippett.
Swing.
Ooh.
Pop fly. A major league pop fly towards third base. And third base is running. Kick
He's
teacher kid
lost.
running.
He's
Run,
lost.
run, run. Gone. Nobody got to run.
It's an infield fly
Oh,
rule.
really? Man. Sorry, people, if it blew up your mics.
Rosendo screamed in my ear.
Oh, man. But still, anyways. So, that's the infield fly rule. I forgot about that rule. I apologize if you're listening. Brings Jorge Ontiveros up the bat. Tucker on deck and Pierce in the hole. If you knew when you say something, run.
I was saying run too. I just thought it was funny they screamed in my ear.
I'm just desperate, man. I guess. I don't know. So Jorge swung and fouled back that ball. That's a strike one on him with runners on first and second. And nobody's decided it's still yet. Oh, lazy throw
get
out there,
out.
but the ball's
Get
going to
down,
fall. No,
get
no, no.
down, Get down.
Oh, and the center fielder chases the ball down, throws it to second base. Alan makes it back on time. So it's out number 2. So Chance Tucker's up to bat here. So Tucker's up there. We got 2 outs for the Eunice Cardinals. Runners on first and second here. Top of the 7th inning. Tucker gets back up in there. Ooh, swing and a miss. He wanted that ball. And that was an outside corner. You're getting anxious up there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we need him to get on base here.
We needed some runs.
If we could get him on base. And
Oh,
then,
swings right through the
Man.
second one.
if we could get this young man on base and then get Pierce up to bat.
The odds are in our favor. The odds are in our favor at that time. So he has 2 strikes here. 0-2. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, foul ball. He's staying alive as that pitch was way out there. Man. It's getting exciting here, but got to score. Especially on that infield fly rule, huh?
Yep.
What are you doing? Run! Oh, sorry. Hope we can edit that.
Here we go.
Oh,
Oh.
Tucker goes down on. Oh,
Fouled
he's
another one.
fouled back.
Ooh.
I thought he just
Uh-oh.
missed. So the count remains the same. Coach can go out there and talk to the umpire and says, you know what, he is stepping out of the batter's box when he swings. And that's what he is doing, from my point of view. So he sits there, and it's crazy how they can talk. This is probably the few sports you can go up there and question the umpires or the refs in their face.
Oh, yeah.
Scream and holler, and
Yeah.
they just kind of calmly walk
Yeah,
away.
you do that in hoops, they throw you out.
Oh, real quick, fast, in a hurry. And in football, you never do that. Football, that yellow flag will come out so fast.
Right.
So
Here we
Tucker's
go.
up in there batting. He's battling. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, he lets that one go by. Just low. Ball 1. Ball 1. Mr. Tucker here. Chance Tucker. Correct? Did I say his name right?
Mhm.
First name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, outside. Way outside. So the count is 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's 4-1. Eunice trails Ruidoso here by 3. We're late in the game.
And 2 on. Oh, a bit high. You worked it to a full count.
Wow.
Good job. And we are on the edge of our seat here.
Wow. Come on, throw it in the dirt.
Chance is up in there batting still. Runners are advancing.
Oh, he hit him.
He hit him. I'm telling you, he's
So
been
now
a
you-
magnet for that ball.
So now you've got Conager Pierce, the slugger, coming to the plate.
Up to bait, the big senior. After that, we have Jonathan on deck and Stinson in the hole.
2 outs here.
And bases loaded for Pierce. Watch the ball, swing to the ball. Let's go now. With 2 outs. Cooper gets up in the windup, throws it in.
Ooh.
Conacher barely misses that one. It goes straight back behind us. That's a foul. That's strike 1.
Ooh, he slammed that one.
And the crowd loses. They're real quiet out there.
Yep. Man, a walk-off grand slam would be
Sweet. Oh, he thought about that one, but he calls that a
Oh.
strike on the inside, high
Oh.
inside.
man, he hadn't called that inside hardly all day, and he calls that one.
I'm telling you. So it's 0 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and hit towards the center field. The ball drops. We're going to at least score 2.
Maybe. Here comes a cannon. That
Whoa.
kid chunked that ball.
I am telling you. So Adon scores on that ball towards center field. The score is
4-2.
4-2. And we have Jonathan Caballero up to bat. Sean Stinson and Marcus Tercero are next. Stinson on deck and Tercero in the hole.
Probably should have scored another one there.
That would have been
if
aggressive,
everybody
yeah.
been moving.
I mean, there's nobody holding you on. Get as big a lead as you can and go from there. Just go now, relax now. Hit the ball. Caballero in the bat. Throws the ball high for ball 1. Cooper has not been throwing that many strikes here. The strikes we have been given, we have been swinging at him. So let's see what this young man can do at the plate. A bit outside again, so that's 0-2. Was that 2 balls? Well,
Mm-hmm.
2 balls, no strikes. With 2 outs. And the base is loaded here for the Eunice Cardinals. Ball 3, a bit high,
Man,
So here we are at top.
I'd have a tough time not standing there taking three straight pitches.
Oh man, you got to be cool, calm, and collected, sir.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be just, I think I'd stand there and take 3 of them.
There it is.
Yep.
Ball 4. So we score that next run. So the score is going to be 4-3, and the coach walks out there for the Warriors, and he points towards his brother to come in and pitch. The other Cooper, the right-handed Cooper's going to come in to pitch.
Eunice is going to have Sean Stinson coming to the plate, the senior. He's got 2 strikeouts and a single here in this game. We're going to have a pitch and change. The tie and run standing at third. Bases juiced. It's gotten a little exciting here after a slow, methodical game.
Yes, it has. I couldn't breathe a minute ago when Caballero was batting. I'm glad he watched the ball and got on base. So that being said, we can give a shout out to our Eunice Health Clinic. I might need it by Monday. Who knows? Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. It's turned out to be a pretty exciting game here towards the end. Eunice Cardinals kind of.
And Brown Daddy's got to be happy after that one.
I'm telling you, he has to be real proud of him. Oh, man. So did they bring Cooper in? Yes, they did. That is
Yep.
the right-handed Cooper. That is.
That's the other Crawford.
It wasn't Connor, right? It was
The lefty was
Connor.
Connor, and the righty's Caleb. So this should be Caleb, I believe, coming to pitch.
That'd be pretty cool, man. Have two kids both opposite hands, and they both pitch. So, what do you think, Coach?
You know, I don't even know. I just need food.
You have some water at least?
No, I'm okay though. I mean, shoot, when you get like me, you're tough.
You're like, oh, you talking like old leather, like that kind of tough?
Well, that kind of tough too. Yeah. Exactly like that kind of tough. Yeah. You don't need water. You don't need anything. You're just here.
You just hear you toughing it out 100%.
Yep.
Well, that's good, man. Appreciate you. You toughing it out up here with me, man.
That's right.
With my commentaries and my
Man, a base hit here likely wins the ball game. I mean, because it's it, right?
if I'm not mistaken, what time we start at? I wasn't keeping time to track time, but
We're in the 7th. I think that's all we play at the high school level, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
unless we tied up.
Well, yeah. So Stinson comes to the plate.
Walks up there gradually. Senior. Bases loaded for the Eunice Cardinals here. With 2 outs. Steps in the batter's box. The other Cooper's pitching, the right-handed Cooper. Winds up, throws it outside, and Stinson lays off.
He thought about it. It was just a little outside.
Earlier, his last time at bat, they called that a strike, so I can't blame him for going out there trying to, if needed, he was swung at it. Steps back in the batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes. The ball is thrown outside.
There again.
And the Eunice Cardinals, the runners have a small leadoff out there. I'll get a little bigger with 2 outs. I mean, you're running on contact, correct?
Yeah.
Get a bigger lead. We got Jonathan on first, Connor Pierce on second, and on third we got Chance Tucker.
Ooh, that was outside too.
He wanted it. He liked it. He swung right through it. So
yeah, it was outside and low.
Outside and low.
That was ball 3, but he swung, so now it's 2-1.
Yep, 2-1. 2-1. So we got a batter coming up to bat still. Tucker. Oh, there it is. The count is 3 balls, 1 strike. As we got fans trying to sit down, as we got part of the game going on. So here it is. 3-1. Bases loaded. Stanson gets in there. Lets it go.
It's outside. That'll be
That's
ball 4.
And
we got a tie ball game.
Tie ball game. And Marcus Tercero comes up in the bat for the Eunice Cardinals. After Marcus Tercero, we have Donald Ornelas and Gio Chacon.
It's a tie ball game, 4-4. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, and the senior Marcus Tercero, right-hander, comes up to the plate.
Comes up the bat, and the pitcher for Ruidoso has not thrown a strike.
Not
the strike that was on the board a minute ago is because our batter swung and
Yes.
he's way outside. So my first advice would be do not swing until a strike has been thrown. So Cooper winds up, throws it outside.
Yep, ball 1.
It's just a smidge outside. It's ball 1 on Tercero.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. And their right-handed outfielder's taking a knee or something out there.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Which is cool. They straight up cholo out there, huh? Marcus swings. He was protecting the plate on that one because that appeared to be a strike.
That was a good pitch, yeah.
Appeared to be a strike. They love that outside corner, don't they?
That was a good pitch.
Yes, sir. So it's 1-1 on Tercero. Bases loaded. Pass ball. Wins the game. Bit outside again. They pretend to throw it to third. Get Conacher back running. So it's 2-1. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
So a slow developing game here. Tercero gets back in the batter's box. Ooh, a bit high. A bit high. The count is 3-1.
Whew. A ball here wins the game for the Cardinals. Woo!
Yes, it does.
A ball, a hit wins the game for Eunice.
I concur.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Wow. What?
Coach wants to talk about it.
It's like an icebreaker, man. You make the players have to think. That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors: Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Herrera Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Park Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Eunice Health Clinic. Yes, sir. I looked up as the Warriors are getting together, talking about how to play the game here, but they were giving some words of encouragement to Cooper up there on the mound.
Yeah.
Crawford, I apologize. Crawford, not Cooper. I'm nervous, Coach.
Here we go.
Count is 3-1 on Marcus Cicero with 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Crawford winds up. Cicero hits a pop fly towards first base. First baseman runs over, tries to make the catch, and he misses the ball.
Woo.
He did a great job diving out there.
Dove and stretch out. That was the other Crawford brother that's been pitching for a while. He stretched out, was unable to bring it in. It hit off his glove as he dove for it.
That would have gone to extra innings, Coach, if he would have caught that ball.
So that's going to make it a 3 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The bases are loaded. It's a 4-4 ball game with the senior Marcus Tercero up to bat.
I know, relax up there. As I stand up. Oh, hits the ball towards center field.
And that'll be the ball
and it goes all the way to the fence line.
Marcus Tercero drives in a whole bunch of runs, and that is it.
Game. Good job. Marcus Tercero stayed in there, watched the ball all the way through, and hit the ball over towards right center. Woo. And that is ball game. Eunice Cardinals win 6-4 on the. I would call that a comeback, Coach, as our bats were kind of quiet all day, but they came in at the very end. So.
Yeah, quite a comeback there at the end. Big deal for the Eunice Cardinals as they complete the comeback and stay undefeated. More importantly, at 8-0 on the season. Ruidoso drops to 6-6. That's a good ball club right there.
Very good ball club because they came out here and I don't know if Eunice Cardinals just made them look better than they should have, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah, great last inning right there. And a great piece of hitting there by Marcus Tercero at the end. Full count, drives the ball out into right center field and wins the ball game. So great day of baseball here for the Cardinals.
Yes, sir. And that being said, give another shout out to our sponsors one more time before we get off the air. Park Energy Service, BTA Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Once again, thank you.
This week coming up, just so you know, the Eunice baseball team will be playing Portales. It's a doubleheader scheduled to start at 4:30. I don't know if that's a home game or an away game. Do you know?
I believe it's a home game because they played Portales up there last time.
Okay, so that's a good thing. Then Thursday, Eunice plays Lovington. TJ and Don will be covering that game. And
That's going to be here.
I'm assuming that one's here too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they'll be covering that game. And then on Saturday, a week from today, Eunice will play Dexter in a doubleheader, and we'll have that game. Is that one here as well?
Yes, because I think all those games we already played in Lovington.
All right.
I mean, the Lovington, I think, is the only one that we have not played in Lovington.
Cool. Well, we appreciate everybody listening here to another day of Eunice Cardinal Sports. The Eunice Cardinals remain undefeated. They're 8-0. They get the win today over Ruidoso. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you for Rosendo and Charlie for all you guys doing making this work. Once again, thank you for listening to Eunice Cardinal Baseball.
Thank y'all. We're out.
Goodbye.